Hey, Matt, happy Tuesday. How you doing today, buddy?
Jace, it's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, Jace.
Yes, yeah, the market was closed on Monday. That always screws me up. Hey, happy Wednesday, Matt. How you doing, bud?
Oh, it's been a good hump day. It is frigid here, though. Though I will say we've gotten some good news because weather is turning around by this weekend and we'll be in positive numbers. So I'm excited for that.
That's oh man, I feel for you guys. I saw it was 6 below there yesterday, and you're moving up to I think 35 on the weekend. So it's going to be close to golfing weather soon.
They're talking 50s next week. I'm busting out shorts, dude, going shirtless, scaring the neighbors. I'm ready.
Yeah, dude, roll down the windows, throw the arm out, and you're good to go. Well, the market was very hot and cold today, so let's talk about that a little bit. Just want to see if I can maximize this chart here a little bit there. All right, so the S&P 500, we did hit a new all-time high today in the SPX. Very exciting. That's the good news. That's the good news. We like to see that. It's kind of it's an interesting day, so we'll get into it here a little bit. The Nasdaq Composite, again, it's living above its VWAP, so it's nice to see. However, the downside to this is the small caps still living below their VWAP. They were down today, and same thing with the mid caps. They were down today. It's important, and I don't want to overstress this, but I believe it's important that we see some continuation and some support. We want to see some confirmation is the word I'm looking for from the small caps and the large caps to what the big caps are doing. Because if you look, the small caps, mid caps, they started topping out in November, late November of last year. And if you look at the S&P at that time, it started getting really choppy, right? We went into a red zone. Hasn't really moved a whole lot since then. So let's see, what is that? November, yeah, about right here. So we want to see some support. We need to see that leadership broaden out a little bit, kind of make it an easy money environment so it's not so choppy and difficult. Excuse me. Bonds are holding, so hopefully they maintain. One less thing to worry about. There is a lot of uncertainty out there. You know, we've got a political environment that's creating a little bit of uncertainty there. Business leaders aren't really quite sure exactly how to react to that. The Federal Reserve, they've even said that they're going to wait and see with what they're going to do with interest rates and how everything's going to play out. So there's a lot of waiting and seeing going on. Uncertainty doesn't do well with the market. Everyone tends to just kind of pull their money back in that case. So we want to see, God.
Those Wednesday respiratory issues, eh?
Yeah, goodness gracious. I don't know what's going on here. All right. All right, well, here we go. Anyhow, we just want the bonds to chill. We need to get a little bit of clarity in what's going on so that way we can start getting some more action. Those are all opinions, right? It's all my take on what I'm seeing out there. It can be proven wrong. All we do is just follow the market. But it's just one reason why I'm not all in on everything yet. I'm not super aggressive.
My farmer grandfather used to always tell me, when you're uncertain with where to put your cash, the mattress is always a good spot.
Yeah, well, I would argue interest-bearing accounts probably a little bit better than a mattress. So, but I get his point. He's not wrong. There was some pretty significant selling. The algorithm did identify quite a few sell signals that our paid subscribers are going to be privy to with our Arrow Talk coming up next on our website.
Arrow Talk. It's my favorite part of the day.
It is. It's a lot of fun. I love seeing what the algo comes up with. But there were some quite a few sell signals in previous leaders, like we were talking about yesterday. We want to see kind of like the farm system. Man. We want to see some new leaders come in. Well, as those leaders are coming in, the old leaders, the ones that they're going to start taking some profits. So we're going to start seeing some rotation come around, right? We want to see leaders start to sell off. We want that money to go into new leaders and start bringing those up. We don't want to see the money coming out of the market into other areas. So we kind of saw that today. We saw quite a few sell signals, but we did see some breakouts, and we did have some nice breakouts on yesterday, or follow-throughs on yesterday breakouts, which we will review for paid subscribers in the Arrow review. However, for today, Palantir, pretty hard sell-off in Palantir there, sold off about 10%. That is concern. That's not a normal sell-off. If you look going way back, Palantir doesn't take big hits like that. So that is a little out of character. Whenever the stock is exhibiting action out of character, you should take notice in it. So if you bought at the breakout, you're probably sitting on a very nice cushion. Hopefully you've been taking some profits, which then lowers your cost basis even more. So then you can kind of ride out some of this volatility. But we'll just see what happens with Palantir. That's not a great chart there. Same thing with Shift4 Payments. Like we noted yesterday, just got crushed on its earnings. It was down 17%. Kind of seeing the opposite of what we saw last week and the week before, right? With Palantir. Let's see what else. Appfolio took off on its earnings. I believe HIMS has been rolling on earnings. So kind of the Jekyll and Hyde aspect of the market. Shift4 Payments reported earnings last night and got crushed by absolutely 17%. And then Axon Enterprises, a nice, I shouldn't say nice, a brutal 16% sell-off in Axon for no apparent reason that I can see. There's no earnings announcement. There wasn't any big news. It's just a big, massive spike down. I do want to talk a little bit about
all the way through the end of it, didn't it? That just went down, down, down.
Just no reprieve. It just kept going and going and going, and it just the bell stopped it, right? It was the only thing that stopped it from continuing to drop. It looked like. But anyhow, I do want to talk a little bit about Axon and why we believe it's a good idea to sell into strength. I can speak for this for myself. I took a position on Axon at the breakout here, and then I bought some more as it started to follow through. But as the stock continued to move higher, I started taking profits. I started taking so I could lower my risk in the stock. And what happened with today's loss, even though it was a huge hit, it wiped out my gains, right? I didn't lose any of my initial capital. I did lose money because money made is money regardless. But I didn't lose what I had initially put in. So technically it was a winning trade because I did make some money on it. But I wouldn't have done that if I hadn't been taking profits on the way up. Instead, I'd be looking at a 9% loss. And so like I say, it's important. You can always buy it back. You can't sell it back to the market if no one's there to buy it. So I always err on the side of caution in that regard. And then when you look at Kava Group, same thing. It totally round tripped its breakout. Very devastating to see. But again, hopefully you were taking profits on the way up. If you were, then odds are you're still able to get out with a little bit of a profit if you got stopped out today. If anything, your portfolio management probably stopped you out on this decline down into here. So hopefully you're following your rules and you were already out of the stock before this happened. However, we're kind of flipping the script. We usually like to talk about the stocks that are breaking into new high ground. I thought it was important, especially since we saw so many sell signals and leaders today. Right as the Nasdaq and the S&P are hitting all-time highs, I thought it would be kind of important to kind of highlight that to show there might be some rotation going on here, and we're not firing on all cylinders yet. However, HIMS is firing on all cylinders. Up another 17.5% today. It's up a solid 100% since its breakout that we flagged on January 30th. So I think that's about 3 weeks, up 100%. That's a pretty spectacular move. So hopefully some holders of that are enjoying that. StoneX continued to move up after its breakout. Gorilla Tech, our freebie from a couple weeks ago, continues baby. Up 14.2%. A little worried about it yesterday, but buyers came right back in, massive volume. We'll see if it can continue. It is volatile, and like I said, you just never know what's going to happen. We like to think we can know, but you just never know. But it's just exciting to see that. Same thing with AT&T. It hit it high. And then our freebie for the week, it actually managed to break out today. So Amarillo completed its buy signal. So I took a position in that today. I like to scale into some of these breakouts. Obviously, I trust the model. And so I was pretty excited to see that. And we'll just kind of go from there. But for the most part, kind of a mixed day, right? leaders were selling off. We were seeing a bunch of sell signals being met. Like I said, we'll review those with our arrow talk. Let me just stop presenting there. We'll review those with our arrow talk for our paid subscribers. But other than that, where else can people see us, Matt?
Well, number one, go to our YouTube so you can follow us for all of our daily stock talks. Make sure that you like the videos and click that subscribe button so you get notified every time that we upload one. Otherwise, if you're looking to follow for the arrow signals, get those meat and potatoes, what our algorithm is telling us is a good potential buy or a good potential sell, make sure that you follow us on Patreon. That's patreon.com/Empire Algorithmic Trading. Otherwise, for fun, just kind of impromptu videos, extra little bits of information, some freebies, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, but mainly YouTube and that. And for more information on what we do and why, visit our website, vwapvision.com. That's VWAPVISION.com.
Very good. Well, happy Wednesday, Matt. Happy trading. Happy trading, buddy.
You got that hump day in, buddy. Happy trading.
All right. We'll talk to you in a little bit.
See ya.
Yep. Bye.